Let's go ahead and learn our D chord. D chord is going to be an important chord for many songs, and it's going to fit specifically with C and G. Okay? Now, D chord, sometimes people go, oh God, D is hard. Well, I don't know if it's hard. It all depends how you look at it. Sometimes I make things simpler, and this is super important. Never be afraid to make something more simple or more beautiful. Right? Never be afraid to be more yourself as you're playing music. So the correct fingering, the technical fingering, let's get in and take a look, for a D chord is to cover the second, third, and fourth strings on the second fret. Oh, wait a minute. I got to cover 3 strings in a row. So people do it different ways. They do their pinky, their ring, and their middle, and they get this sound. That's hard to see. But see what I'm saying? I've got 1, 2, 3, and it sounds like this. I personally find that a very difficult fingering to do because I kind of got big fingers. So I find it difficult to do that. So other people might say, well, I don't want to use my pinky at all because my pinky freaks me out. I don't want to use my pinky. So they might try to use their ring, their middle, and their first finger. Many people have had success with this approach, and I compliment them. But it doesn't work for me because, again, my fingers are a little too big, and I have a hard time with that. But for those many people, they're able to do that, and they get the D chord, okay? There's another approach that people could do. They could bar it, okay? That means I'm going to use one finger and get 3 strings. That doesn't sound easy. Okay, but basically I would take one finger, and I would lay it across all 3 of these, and I would get this sound. Notice that last string, I'm muting, it doesn't sound good. But listen to this. That sounds good, all right? So maybe that works for you, but maybe you're a kid, and that's hard to do. I don't know. Okay, so check it out. I have a way to make it more simple, and I think more beautiful. I simply take my middle finger here, just like A minor. Check it out, just like A minor, right? All right, and I put it there, and then I put my ring finger right there. So my middle finger is on the 2nd fret of the 1, 2, 3, 4th string, and my ring finger is on the 2nd fret of the 1, 2, 3, 3rd string. So if I do that, I get this sound. It's like I feel like I'm on a mountain with snow, and I'm like, oh, right? This is a D chord, technically. This is my D chord. It still sounds like a D chord. If I put it with a C, a G, still sounds like a D chord. All right, so basically life is all about choices. Are you making good choices in your life? I'm making good choices in my life. Okay, what that means is if I have a super hard time, I see a chord and it's like, oh God, I can't do that. 2 things. 1, maybe you need to work on it. Guess what? Hard work actually pays off. I want to play the chord this way. So you can work on that. Right? And you can get that. But the question is, really, I got to be able to switch. Like in my song, I got to be able to switch back and forth to this new chord. So if I got a chord that feels too difficult, one of 2 things is happening. 1, work on it, right? It takes time to learn to do something of value, right? So don't be afraid to put in some time, some space, some work on it. Okay, but if you're just like, I cannot do this chord and it's freaking me out, okay, then I would suggest maybe doing a simpler thing. Let's get in there and take a look again. Just like A minor, just add your ring finger into the A minor. Listen. Oh, I think that's a really beautiful chord. Here's G. Here's that D. Adding the D chord, it's a 3-string or 3-finger note. Find a way to do it. Sometimes I use my middle finger, sometimes I go like this. All right, D chord fits with C, G, D. Good luck.